I always start videos when I don't mean to. I think this is good enough. So for you guys, it'll just be a continuation of the video, but for me, it's the next day. It's a new morning. Had a really good sleep, actually. My parents are they're on their way to New Jersey for court because my dad's a lawyer. He has to go to court. My friend's going to be picking me up today because I can't drive, like, fully yet. But I thought that I'd do, like, a little, like, get ready with me. Like, I've already done my foundation and everything. But I've been meaning to make this video, and I just hadn't because it's nothing that, like, I don't like putting, like, negative stuff out there. It's not, like, even super negative. Like, it's just a fact of, like, my life, and, like, for a lot of people, other life, nice. Like, it's a factor in, like, a lot of people's lives. I don't think anyone really talks about it. And that's sleep paralysis, or the old hag, or the hag. That's, like, the more common name, but the technical name for it is sleep paralysis, which is, I think, really self-explanatory. And sorry if my voice seems weird. I told you guys when I wake up, my voice is really weird, and I don't know why. But so yeah, I have sleep paralysis, and I have mentioned it in videos. I actually didn't really know what it was when I had mentioned it, because as far as I knew, it was actually called the hag, and I thought it was just like this thing, like, oh, guess what, you can't explain it, nothing, like, you can't fix any of it, like, nothing you can do is gonna fix it. But so I was looking it up. Let me actually, like, do my makeup while I'm doing this. I was looking it up the other day because I had an episode of sleep paralysis, whatever you want to call it. And so basically what sleep paralysis is, everyone while they're sleeping has a process or stages of NREM and REM. REM is rapid eye movement, and then obviously NREM is non-rapid eye movement. And so generally what happens is most of your sleep you're in, I believe it's REM. No, I'm sorry, like, I genuinely should know this, but I did not, like, look this up right before I did this because I looked this up a couple days ago. I believe you're in REM, and so what happens is REM is when you have your dreams, so that's what's happening, like, your eyes are moving a lot. And so after you dream, you might not even be conscious of the dream, like, aware that you have dreamt, because sometimes you can remember your dreams. Your body is still in that stage of REM. Like, your brain has, like, kind of calmed down. That's what it does when it's in REM. It might be in REM, whatever. So when you're in that stage, your body, your brain then tells all of its muscles and everything to relax, like, just breathe or whatever. And so what's happening is your mind is waking up before your body is. And for a lot of people, it's really, really scary, and it genuinely feels like you're gonna die. Because you're consciously awake, but you feel like someone's pushing down on you. In some cases, you feel like you're choking. In other cases, you can feel like you have this weight on your chest. It just depends on who you are in the scenario, because obviously it's not the same every single time. And the first time I ever got the hag or sleep paralysis or whatever it was, I was 15, but I thought I had been, like, possessed. I was so confused because, like, a lot of people, you can look it up for yourself, do think that there is a dark presence around them because they're so genuinely paralyzed with fear. And so I went crying to my mom as soon as I could start moving again, and I was so confused, and I didn't understand what it was. I didn't even tell her what happened, not really. And so it happened a couple more times, and I was like, what is happening to me? So I finally, like, told my parents. I was like, I don't know what this is, because can you help me, blah blah blah. And my mom was like, oh no, you just have the hag, I'm sorry, but you're not really going to be able to fix that. And I was so confused, and I didn't know what to do. So I eventually just, like, accepted, like, oh, this is something that happens, it sucks, but it happens. And I had a bunch more episodes, and your episodes can last anywhere from a couple seconds to a couple minutes. And so even, like, when you're dreaming and stuff, you don't realize how, like, long your dreams actually are. So, like, a second in a dream is actually a couple minutes. And it's kind of like that when you're in sleep paralysis. Like, even though it might be a couple seconds in real life, it feels like minutes upon minutes upon minutes. And so what is recommended when you do have an episode, which is what I'm calling it, I don't know if that's what it's actually called, is for you to start wiggling your toes, and that will help you to wake out of it, because it's easier to move, like, your digits and your extremities, like, because you have all this, like, supposed weight, like, on your chest and on your extremities. It's harder to move those. And when you actually try to move those, you're forcing your body to stay in that stage longer. And I've done that before. I didn't know I was doing something bad, but I did every single time, for the most part, try to like start moving my arms or start moving like my entire body because I just wanted to get out of it. There were times where I was asleep enough that I was just like, okay, guess what? I'm in the hang. I'm just gonna go back to sleep because I have like or I am mentally conscious enough to be like, I'm just gonna go back to sleep because it's so terrifying that if I were to say like, I think I'd like freak out when I woke up. Like, I have literally like jolted out of my sleep before as soon as like sleep paralysis episode is over because it's so like it's you guys can read up on it. Maybe I'll like link it in the description. Like, I don't get a text at the end of the video, but I don't hear that many people like talking about it. I didn't know it existed until I experienced it, and I know that it's most commonly like found in like your teenage years. Like, that's when most people start to develop sleep paralysis. It can be at any age, but that's when it's most common, from the ages of 14 to 18. So I had it at 15. And, you know, now I know what it is. Like, obviously I'm more educated and I can like mentally say to myself, okay, you're fine. But it's one of those things like, yeah, you can tell yourself like, oh, you're fine, nothing's gonna happen to you, but it feels like you're gonna die. Like, there's no other way to put it. Like, when you 100% feel like, this is how I die, this is the end, okay, it's, you guys have heard me saying when I think I was like in Tybee Island or something, I literally had an episode where I was asleep, did not realize at that point I had the hag because I wasn't trying to move at all, but my mom came to a stoplight, slammed on the brake, and my entire body lunged forward, I hit my head on my knee, or not even on my knee, on the back of this seat in the car, and I briefly woke up for like a second because I couldn't breathe, and then my body went right back into that sleep paralysis, and it happened again, and I couldn't move for like a couple more seconds, and I got out. But that was scary because I thought I was going to snap my neck because I'm not able to move my body, so any support I could give my neck or my head, I can't do that. And, you know, we all laughed about it because that was like maybe my 5th episode ever. At this point, that's been I've probably had over 25 episodes at this point. It's different for everyone. Everyone has it at different times. Some people have to have when they're going to sleep. I have it when I'm trying to wake up. And in general, when I'm waking up from a nap. I have had times where like I'm just waking up for like sleeping, but in general, it's always when I'm waking up from a nap. And so it has like kind of made me rethink a couple things. Like, when I go to sleepovers, I always have to think, okay, what if I have an episode? Because I obviously, like, my friends don't know what it is, and they shouldn't have to know. It's not like something that's I mean, I don't want to say like it's a condition, but it is something like you have to take into account when you go somewhere. Like, I can't just go sleep anywhere, and because obviously my friends aren't aware of it. And so one of the things I do when I know I'm in that stage and I really need to wake up, and I'll breathe super, super hard, especially if I know someone's around me, because I've let my parents know, I've let my brother know, if I'm going, like, you need to shake me awake because I can't get up myself. And so it's just something like I thought I would bring up because I don't think anyone knows I have that aside from my family. And it's, again, like, it's nothing like I need to be treated special for, but I just don't hear anyone talk about it ever. And so, yeah, but I'm like all over the place. One of the things that you can do when you're in it, depending on who you are, is to like make your face twitch, like try to make like really weird faces, because when you wake up the muscles in your face, because those are centered near your brain, obviously, for whatever reason, it helps you start to move like towards here, like if you wanted to like shift, and then your arms, you'll slowly get feeling back. And it's different for everyone and how fast and like if that actually works for you, but that is one of the best proven methods to help you. And I want to just not disclaim, but I want to just like say this because my mom told me this. Having sleep paralysis does not mean you have bad circulation, and that's what my mom was telling me for so long, because it's so linked to like how I eat and my eating disorders and all that. Which, by the way, I took that video down only because when I had that whole drama thing, I noticed that was getting more views, and I didn't want anyone to take that and turn it into something bad. So I will eventually put that video back up, but that video is down for now because I don't want any, you know, rumors or drama going around about that one video, because I mean, it was something that was personal. I tried to help other people, but I don't want to turn it into something negative. But so yeah, if you have sleep paralysis or you do have experienced it, it does not in any way mean you have bad circulation. My mom told me that. I don't think she was misguided in what she was trying to say, because she obviously did not know the definition of sleep paralysis, nor did she know how it's caused or anything like that. And I don't think there actually is, or there's like a real reason why it happens. It's just I know how it happens. But yeah, so that's what I was told. So if your parents have ever told you that, or maybe you're watching this, that's what you think, it's probably not linked to that at all. I don't know what causes sleep paralysis other than like what I said. So sucks. And it really, like, I can't say it, stress it enough. It genuinely feels like you're gonna die. Like, there's like, it's one of the most scary things, like, because you can't even open your eyes. Like, when I say you can't move, like, you can't move anything for at least for the good couple, like, 20 seconds. Like, my episodes usually last like 5 to 7 minutes, it depends. And they're really bad. And it's not fun, obviously. But I do tell myself, like, you're fine, but like especially depending on how you're sleeping, because when you're not consciously aware of how you're sleeping, like, yes, you can be in a comfortable position because you can't actually feel it. You're like, oh, I'm fine. Like, sometimes you wake up in a weird position, you're like, how do I sleep like this? But when you're mentally aware, but your body's still like that, and you can't move it at all, like, I've had, like, my neck positioned in places where, like, I literally couldn't breathe. Like, a lot of times that happens in the car, and, because I'll, like, be sleeping, and then, like, how, like, your body shifts? Like, when you're in the car, like, maybe your mom, like, moves the car or something, your body shifts, and so I had that happen one time where my neck shifted, and I couldn't move it, obviously, and I was, like, struggling to get air, and I couldn't even, like, give my signal, like, because when I was trying to, my mom had the music on, and so she couldn't hear me, and eventually I woke up out of it, but then I was like, I just can't take a nap. So I'm just giving you, like, my personal experience, and if you have this and you didn't realize you had it, but you know now, then don't be worried necessarily, but do be aware of, like, how your sleep paralysis works, because it's different for everyone. Like, what I have, it does not match up with everyone else, and same thing for you. Like, what you have probably won't match up with me. But you can't necessarily prevent it, but as much as you can, like, be aware and, like, realize that when you're in an episode, you're physically okay. It might not feel like it, and have a signal. Like, if you can control your breathing while you're in sleep paralysis, then I would recommend that, because there's really no other signal I know of that you would be able to do that would be noticeable enough for whoever's around you. But that's all I can say. Like, I'm 15. I've newly been sleep paralyzed. That's what video cut out again, like it always says, right? But so yeah, I'm newly, like, sleep paralyzed, or have the HAG. When I say the HAG, it's synonymous with sleep paralysis, because the HAG is a more common name for it, or the old HAG, depending on when they call it that, because it feels like you have, like, a witch or some evil force around you. But so yeah, I'm gonna make this really short, this one part, and I said I would add this to a different video, but I don't think that you guys want to watch, like, a 20-minute video, so this will be separate. Like, I literally always do that. I'm like, oh, this will be part of the video, and then it ends up being a whole different video, so that's cool. But yeah, I'm gonna get ready for school. My friend, like I said, is gonna pick me up. I already have leftover Starbucks from yesterday, so should be good with breakfast. And I did my eyebrows. I actually look good for once. And doing my eyeshadow right now. But I'll talk to you guys in an upcoming video. If you like this video, you should go down and like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, my friends, you guys. And if you have this, seriously, don't be scared. Like, it sucks. I'm not gonna lie to you. It seriously sucks, but you're actually okay. If I've gone through, like, 30 episodes and I'm fine, you're fine. So, with that, I hope you have a good night or good morning wherever you are. And if I don't see you tomorrow, I messed up my outro. That's cool. Anyway, just have a good day. Or just have a good time.